You've been rolling around, shit and roll it up. Let her roll it up. Break it down like a punch, she would never us. She would never us. That's the real on the real, are you serious? How you feel, how you feel? Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the round, I'll give it to you. But baby,
what's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you?
Okay, so this was a couple of years ago. I don't go to her anymore, but I used to go to the same stylist all the time. I always loved her work. She was so good that I let her pick what she did every single time. Like, I was like, do whatever you want. I love you. You're great. This is what I walked in with. It was the day before my college graduation, and I was like, what do you want to do? She's like, let's do a fashion color. So I was like, ooh, okay. This was the picture she showed me of the color she wanted to do. Thought it was pretty. I was all for it. This is the result, according to her Facebook page anyway. In reality, this is what I left with. I hated it. Does not look good, clearly. This is an up close of the roots, so you can see like the yellowish and the breakage. I told her I was unhappy. I asked her to touch it up. She said she didn't have time and also didn't see any problems with it. Then I asked her for a refund. She said no. When I left, I messaged her on Facebook, sent her this photo and the other one, and I was like, look, I really don't like it. My graduation's tomorrow. Can you please refund me? And she blocked me. She then messaged my mom because I made a post about it on Facebook, and she's like, if she doesn't delete it, I'm suing her for defamation of character.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you? I'll go first.
Okay. I finally get to do one of these. So this was my hair about a week ago. I went into a high-end expensive salon. What I wanted was I wanted to keep the split dye. I wanted the blonde side brought up to the roots because I had a lot of root grow out. And I wanted my hair chopped to my chin with no layer. So this is kind of what the haircut I was envisioning, like to my chin, no layers, because my hair looks like shit with layers. And this is what I got, okay? So my hair looks like a helmet. I have horrible layers, like all throughout. It's not a blunt bob. The color is completely wrong. Instead of that nice copper that it was, it's now like a green, and I paid like $300 for this. So yeah, they did me so dirty.
What's the worst thing a salon has done to you?
So my hair is permed, and my hair has been permed since I was like 10 or 11 years old. And before the curly cops come and start commenting some nonsense, it is very possible to have permed hair and have it be healthy. But this was before the whole like black hair movement started, and like we all learned how to take care of our hair. So I decided 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, that I'm gonna take care of my hair and I'm gonna do what it takes, right? So my hair looked like that, short, breaking, not cute. I cut it, and this was the beginning of my little journey or whatever, right? As you can see, sad little straggly ends, just not good. Sad, thin, right? So I did my research, I searched on my products, I got my regimen, my routine, and within a year from that, I grew my hair to this, right? I was so happy, so proud. And permed, this is the point that I got my hair to. And this is when I had the same hairstylist, loved her, she was great. And then she stopped doing hair because she got sick, and I had to go to a new lady. Now this was one of them old style hairstylists who swear they know what they doing, and they really don't, and they don't listen or whatever. Every time I would go to the salon, she would be like, oh, you just go to the Dominicans, which in the hood, Dominican salons are known for using high heat, which is very damaging to the hair. And I'm like, no, I don't even put heat on my hair. And I went to this lady 3 times, and from that last picture I showed you, she permed my hair again, and my shit looked like this. So now I'm like, what's going on, right? There's no way my end is looking like this. Now I'm getting tight. Turns out she was over processing my hair. When you get a perm, you only perm the roots. As you see, I have a lot of new growth hair. You only perm the roots because the rest of the hair is already permed. She was re-perming my already permed hair, and my hair broke off and was damaged. And now here's the reveal. So I had to cut off 6 inches of my hair and start fresh on a new journey. Here I am. B.O.B. They're calling me Bob.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you? I'll go first.
Okay, I think I might win this one. A few years ago, I got bored of bleaching my hair at home and was really bored of like the silver band that you get from bleaching at home. So I went to the hairdressers and I asked for a rose gold tint because I was like, change things up a bit. It didn't turn out quite like I wanted it to, but it was nice. I liked it. My hair was really healthy. It looked good. Anyway, the next time I went back, I was like, I want to be blonde again. So went back to blonde, left the hairdressers, everything was fine. And then after after a few weeks, I noticed like some significant hair loss in the shower. And I'm not just talking about like a little bit of hair, I'm talking about like full clumps, like as big as my hand. I was literally panicking. So I went back to the hairdressers and I was like, this is happening. And they were like, oh, that's weird because we didn't bleach bath it. The pink just came out naturally, which is obviously a lie. But yeah, so my hair just continued to snap literally 2 inches from my head. It was really bad. I don't have many photos from it because as you can imagine, I was really depressed and I looked really bad. But yeah, it was so bad. And now I will never, ever, ever trust a hairdresser ever again.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you?
I totally win this one. So after having kids, I had waves in my hair and they were all kinds of crazy and I just wanted some uniformity to them. So I went to a salon and said, I want to get a body wave. For those who don't know, a body wave is something that just leaves you with more loose curls. I went in for a consultation with their lead stylist who had been there for a long time. I came back for my appointment 2 weeks later and it was somebody else doing my hair. What they didn't tell me is this was a newbie, somebody who had never done a perm in their life on a real person. Apparently, they left the stuff on my hair too long and literally my hair was just falling apart. They didn't charge me, thankfully, and handed me a hair tie to put my hair up before I left. I had to come back and pretty much chop all my hair off. Thankfully, my hair grows fast and it grew out.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you? I'll go first.
So this was my hair before. I've always had very long hair. I was hoping for like a shorter cut because that's kind of what the trend was. This was one of the photos that I showed him. I didn't want it too short, but I definitely wanted it to be, about this length and still dark brown. But I also wanted really natural layers. I do have naturally curly hair, so I need a little bit of layering, but not too much. So this is what he gave me. As you can see, it's about a 5-inch difference from the top layer to the rest of my hair. The bottom was straight in this photo and the top was natural. And this was me directly out of the shower once my hair had dried, just with it brushed through.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you?
You guys, I think I'm gonna win this one. Just wait to see what she did to my hair. This was before. This is my completely natural hair, untouched. I never had it bleached, never had it dyed, didn't really straighten it much, didn't curl it much. Again, this is me before, with my beautiful niece. My completely natural, fresh out of the shower hair, no bleaching, no nothing. You guys, this is what I asked for. A little bit of highlights, just some face framing, nothing too crazy. She told me it would not be difficult since I had completely virgin hair prior. And let me show you what she did to me. Bro! I cannot even make this up. This is what she did to my head. It took me 3 sessions with somebody else just to look presentable again.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you?
This was the exact reference photo that I sent. I was like, something kind of shorter, Frenchy and stuff. And she was like, got it. The kid from Stranger Things? The one that nobody wants to smooch? The slightly possessed child from Stranger Things?
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you?
If you follow me, you already know, because I haven't stopped talking about it since it happened. Thanks again, Ashley Reed.
This is what my hair looked like before. Soup's cute. I wanted layers. I wanted a shag.
I provided her with multiple pictures and videos. We determined that it would touch my shoulders and be very layered. Stupid bitch. Reminder, this is what I looked like when I walked in. And this is what it looked like when I walked out.
This is fucking horrendous.
Awful. Who does that to somebody? If you couldn't do it, why didn't you just say that you couldn't do it? That was 3 months ago. Hashtag never going to a professional ever again. I would much rather fuck up my own hair for free and I still wouldn't have fucked it up that bad. And I had to get the Karen cut fixed. So I went in for layers and left with no hair.
What's the worst thing that a salon has ever done to you? I'll go first. I'm going to this wedding and I want really nice makeup, so I go into the salon. I hadn't previously picked a look that I wanted to go with, so I show her this picture on the wall that she had, and I'm like, that girl has really nice eyeshadow. I want that. She says, okay. She turns me around the chair so I can't see the mirror. All I feel is a scrape on my face. So I go, what was that? Oh, it was a razor. I had to shave off half your eyebrow to make room for the eyeshadow you requested. This woman shaved off half my eyebrow, no questions asked. I was so mad, I wanted to get out of there, but where am I gonna go with half an eyebrow?
This bitch gonna make me.